This is how you heal anxious attachment. Relationships trigger anxiety because anxiety is an attempt to control things that aren't in our control. We naturally want to protect ourselves from the hurt we've experienced. We have a lot of fear of making the same mistakes. Anxiety is trying to overfunction and cover every aspect of potential risk. Our nervous system got programmed that way because of our caregivers and our parents. To some extent, that pattern repeats in our romantic relationships. And the consequences can be very detrimental, which adds more fear to this largely unconscious and subconscious program that is learned in the darkness of your body how to survive and stay safe, when to freak out or fight, when to plead or beg or act very helpless, or run away and hide and avoid. I'm Erica Haynes. I'm a spiritual life coach. Working with me in my one-on-one program, we can heal all of your anxiety, let go of all of your fear, heal your anxious attachment. If you suffer from anxiety, you have accumulated massive quantities of fear in your system. And you have a system that goes into a threat response too easily, too often. And you know this because your body has a mind of its own. You jump when you're not expecting to at loud noises. Your heart races sometimes. You suddenly have to go to the bathroom. Holding so much fear in your system is depleting. It ruins your body. But since this sensing threat is a primal function of the body, it's often unconscious to us. I remember when I was 8 years old, I made a conscious decision to worry so that I could control my future. I thought if I was aware of the worst that could happen, I could push against it in some way, and that was how I could win safety. For me, safe wasn't something I expected. It was something I felt that I, in some way, needed to ensure. And there was no trust in goodness, in destiny, in fate, in a greater power. By the time I was in my 20s, I basically lived in the sympathetic system, living on coffee, barely eating, being totally reckless, because there is an aspect to stress that feels good. And if you have anxiety, if you've had anxiety for a long time, like I did, that energy of stress, the motivation, the fast pace, even the recklessness that comes with the freedom of not being under control, that's happiness to you. And when we have anxiety, we have depression. They go hand in hand. One happiness you certainly don't know is peace. The anxiety catches up with you in your 30s.
Yes, is that your pot? Yeah, very fun.
It's hard to get fear out of your system, and it will continue to create damage. What I've done is become very aware of where I'm gripping. My knuckles are white, my jaw is clenched. Where I feel like I'm driving with the brakes on, like where I'm having a threat response come up. Because these cortisol explosions in our body are very taxing to our energy and our life force. And where I generally get dysregulated, because I'm usually hiding it behind the surface of my skin, which is depleting and also not effective. You feel a little off to the person you're hiding it from. So you're not hiding very well. There's the energy that you're taking to pretend or suppress what you're feeling. And then there's the chaotic stress that you're feeling within. Or me assigning threat to someone or something that isn't necessarily threatening. So I have to see them differently or see the situation differently because I've already gone into fight where this person is out to get me. Why these reactions are happening, whether it's me being controlling because of an overactive fear tendency, and I had to address it somatically. And that was and continues to be the most important part of my healing. You're ready to be done with your anxiety so that you can feel safe having a relationship, normal and not like a spaz. Message me anxious and we'll talk about it.